Howdy folks, it is Diecastbuffet here again. Today, we have, the final Blue Deuce Brad Keselowski diecast ever made. The Keystone Light Ford Mustang. Holy cow, this thing is freaking awesome. I'm so glad we got this car produced. Let's go ahead and do the review. Alrighty fellas, here we go, brand new, out of the good old box, and I'm telling you man, I'm already in love with this diecast. Look, when I seen they were going to run this paint scheme, the 2021 campaign, I said, Keselowski has an alcoholic diecast coming. I said, I am ready for this, man. This car was at the Coca-Cola 600 for a one-race deal. It is, I believe Keystone Light is actually owned by Miller Lite, so therefore, it is still partially a Miller Lite car. But nonetheless, they ran the Coca-Cola 600 with it. Obviously, he didn't want it. That was Larson whipping the whole show. But my goodness, man. This is going to be a very, very awesome diecast to review, guys. So let's go ahead and check this thing out. So this is the Keystone Light Ford Mustang. First, I want to say thank you all so much for watching the video thus far right now. Let's go ahead and dive into this one. This is one of the most anticipated diecasts for me for this season. I really was looking forward to this. So look at the patriotic banner. I love this. The white kind of Ford emblem there with the dark blue behind it. The stripes. What is that? SSG miles. You know, the salute to the troops programs and stuff. Get the Keystone Light decal there. Notice on the stone part, there's like a can, so it's kind of a three-dimensional kind of a aluminum shader to it. I love that. I mean, this paint scheme really gives me vibes of the Kevin Harvick 2016 Busch Light car he ran at the Richmond Spring Race. I believe Kurt Busch won that race. But this thing, I mean, it's got Coors Light, Sterling Marlin, but with a blue filter on it, guys. I mean, this is awesome. So you got the Mustang decal right there, got the Mustang wording, number 2, got the ice tops all across the front of the car here, Pennzoil Ford, beautiful, beautiful car. And, you know, this was Keselowski's final year at Penske. It's going to be so weird to see him driving the number 6 car. You know, you think about the cats who've driven that car, Mark Martin, of course, David Reagan, even Trevor Bayne, Matt Kenseth, Ryan Newman. Heck, I mean, so many cats have driven that 6 car throughout the years. It's going to be weird to see Brad Keselowski go into it. But I do like Keselowski driving a signature number. It would be like the 5 car at Hendrick. It'd be like the 18 car at Joe Gibbs Racing. He's going from the 2 car to the 6 car. The 6 car is, of course, the kind of the legacy car, so to speak, at Roush, because they had that car for so long. So you got Brad Keselowski right there. There's Talladega race win sticker, which was the final win for Penske, for him at Penske. That was crazy. Auto Trader right there, Ford, Pertec, PPG, Mazak, Dent Wizard, and Safety Clean. Keystone Light, love it. I mean, three-dimensional paint schemes, it's just fantastic. And there's even more detail to this car the closer you look at it. Check this out. So you see kind of that like white kind of scuffing behind the light decal there. That's actually like maybe like mist or like clouds or some like cold air, just something. It gives that three-dimensional pattern we see so often with the Kevin Harvick Busch diecast. So I love it, man. I love it. Freightliner, snap-on, white spoiler, white side skirts, white wheels. I mean, this thing is a clean-looking race car, guys. Of course, you have the race car salutes decal there, and I have a little bit of an idea how you can modify this car to make it look just normal for any of your diecast races. I'll touch on that a little bit later in the video. Got the Goodyear decal there, Cup Series, Wabash discount tire. Go to the back end of this car here, fellas. Got Keystone Light once again. I mean, look how cool the car looks, man. I love 3D paint schemes. I'm telling you. I wish they ran this car every freaking Sunday, Saturday night, wherever they're racing. I wish Keselowski would have driven this car more because this thing is just too beautiful. Pun intended with the number 2 there. Got the Ford license plate. Go to the right side of this race car here, fellas, and just a beautiful car. Let's kind of look at the wheels here, guys, and let's get a closer look at these. So, one of my little pet peeves when it comes to these cars is how well they paint the wheels. So I want you to look at this right front wheel here. Right, it's pretty, it looks really good. They painted it pretty well, right? The paint is wide enough so it makes the wheel look deep dish. It makes it look authentic. But then you look at this one, and you notice something very different with this wheel. It's a little bit smaller. Look, the detail to me on the wheels is one of the most important things when it comes to a NASCAR diecast, and you can clearly see the front wheel looks significantly better than the back one. I would argue that the back wheel looks more like a PTC wheel, and this one looks more like an L mold. Now, it does say honor and remember, that red ribbon there with the Goodyear. A little bit more of a less saturated Goodyear decal, which I like that for some reason. It just looks really, really sharp. So this is an awesome diecast. You know, another thing that we kind of forgot so much this year was the metal chassis and rubber tire diecast getting made this year. This would be a fabulous car to get with the metal chassis if they do make it, man. I hope they freaking do. It's got the number 2 right there on the roof. Love the shade of blue. No logo is right there on the roof besides the number. This is a really well put together paint scheme. I am thoroughly impressed with this diecast, guys. Got the Keselowski name banner there. It's a little bit loose, but you know what? I don't nitpick about things like that, because you make a 1,000 of these things, you're going to have one of them that's going to be a little bit off. Got the Worth decal there. So I touched on this earlier in the video, and I really wish they would have ran this car more often. And my idea that you could do for your diecast series, or if you're just a Brad Keselowski fan, I would recommend getting 2 of these cars. Have one like this, leave it stock. Take the other one, fellas. And what I would do is I would swap out the wheels, and I would swap out the windshield with the normal Keselowski one. Let's just say you bought a Auto Trader Ford Mustang. So you take the windshield off that, and you take the wheels off, or not the wheels, but you could, you know, find another Brad Keselowski car that has white wheels. Literally any Miller Lite car from like 2015, 16, 17, 18, etc. You could just swap them out, and you could have this car have normal Goodyear tires, non-patriotic banner, and you could take a little bit of, what is it called, rubbing alcohol. Take a Q-tip with some rubbing alcohol, and you could rub this decal right here, and it removes the NASCAR Salutes logo. So you could put your normal logo on that, so you could have a patriotic version of the car, and then you could have a normal version of the car that you could use in your own collection or your diecast series, and you can make this car look like it's running any weekend of the year. I love customizing paint schemes. This is definitely a car I would love to customize, to have multiple versions. The NASCAR Salutes version, then having that. And what you could also do, and this is just why I love diecast so much, you could then take the wheels off this and the windshield, and then put it on any other Ford Mustang you want, and then you could turn that into a patriotic car. You see what I'm saying? So you could literally do anything you want with it. A little bit of a nuance I just noticed right here. There's a little bit of like a white decal that's kind of left over here. I ain't gonna let it bother me, though. I love this freaking diecast, guys. Absolutely 9.9 out of 10. I love this diecast. Great looking piece. If you haven't picked up this car, guys, what are you doing? Look, they had the money line paint scheme they released for Keselowski. Now they got the Keystone light piece. I mean, they're knocking it out of the park with these 2 crew cars, man. Holy moly. Make sure to go pick up yours. If it's not sold out over there at Circle B Diecast, guys, it does come on a little base here. I popped mine off because I love this freaking car. And, of course, you know what to do. Use the promo code down below, guys. Any orders $20 or more, use the code Diecastbuffet at checkout, and you'll get free shipping, fellas. I'd greatly appreciate it. Also, notice the window is a little bit popped out here. So that's okay, I guess. What it tells me is that the rivet here and the rivet here might be a little bit small, and that's why it's not properly adhesed to the car, if that's even a word. But anyways, I'm just thoroughly impressed with this car. Cannot find enough good things to say about it. This is a well-made diecast, and any Keselowski collector, any NASCAR collector is going to enjoy this car, guys. Thank you all so much for watching the video. Make sure to give it a huge thumbs up. I hope you're having a swell day out there. Like, comment, subscribe. Hope to see you in the next review, guys. Diecast Buffet, signing off.